It's a week into September. You know what that means. It's time for a late Caps Recap, my monthly channel update series. Re-recording because a lot of the info in the first draft that I recorded over a week ago is out of date because I didn't edit it over the course of the week. Anyway, first order of business link down below in the description if you want to pledge on Patreon or become a YouTube member. Any support is always greatly appreciated, but in no way accept or expected, required, obligated, etc. Shout out to Soundwave Fan for being the newest member slash patron. Thank you kindly. We got a game night coming up this month, next week, next Saturday. It's going to be the intended day. The game currently TBA. I will be putting a poll up in my Discord to see what people want to play. And you don't have to be a patron or a member to attend game nights, but being a patron or a member does guarantee you a spot in games, or just rather priority access. You know, fill out spots with patrons and members, and then any other spots will be open for everybody else. Yeah, that's that. We had a movie night. It already happened. Those aren't like patron only either, but I am trying to do more like letting patrons and stuff suggest movies. Didn't do it in September this month, but I will be doing it next month for spooky month. Ooh, October's coming, yeah. That out the way. Oh, and also I will be looking back over my current patrons' goals and rewards and stuff, and just like analyzing everything. Might make some changes, might add some new goals or restructure things like how I did for the subscriber milestones. We shall see. Not fully committed to that at this time. I am still doing cooking videos though. I just need to make up for not doing one last month, and there will be a vote for one for this month. With that out the way, ongoing stuff yet again. Sorry for how things have been going though. WWE was uploaded fairly regularly. Not so much everything else. Yeah. Oh, this also sort of ties into patron stuff, since WWE Day of Reckoning 2 is a patron's choice game. I tried to do patron's choice like votes every November or December. It's looking like the patron's choice thing for 2023 will be held off until January, if that. Simply because I am very much behind on those videos. So, yeah, probably like a mid-January vote is when the next set of polling will occur for that. I'm not gonna be like, 90-minute parts just to push out the Patron's Choice things. No, I'm gonna stick to like regular part lengths for that stuff when applicable. Like, for example, WWE, I'm doing like 2 in-game weeks per episode. For Valkyria Chronicles, which is going to be starting up after WWE Day of Reckoning 2, I'll be doing like 1 chapter per video. That all I know about is that it's like a tactical RPG in a similar vein as like XCOM and Fire Emblem. And it's divided into chapters like Fire Emblem, so that's all I know. But yeah, like, based on the games I have left to do, I don't see myself finishing those up by the end of the year, which, once again, not a big deal. It just means that, like, the 2023 votes will be, like, later. Or I guess I could just do the vote and then, like, whenever these games are done, start up the new Patron's Choice things. Just like a steady choice of patron-selected stuff. Because that's how Raocow does things, and it works out. Actually, yeah, I think I will go with that. Alright, I just talked myself into a better idea. But I think I will still wait for, like, January or so, since, you know, there's no, like, big rush to get all that done. But, yeah, just a little, like, teaser of what's coming up for the remaining Patron's Choice things. We have Valkyria Chronicles, Colony Wars 3, Red Sun, Death's Door, Dust and Elysian Tale, Crash Tag Team Racing, Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney Investigations, Bioshock Infinite, and The Wolf Among Us. Some of those games will be shorter than others, but like I said, I'm still not gonna be like rushing and trying to hurry up and get everything all done and whatnot. But yeah, once WWE Day of Reckoning 2 is over, which is relatively soon-ish, I'll be starting up Valkyria Chronicles. Yay! And Bravely Default, I'm trying to go ahead and just like get the remaining parts for this chapter up, which is not too much left. I just Central Command Part 2 was a pretty long video, so that should be going up well, the day I'm recording this, and hopefully this gets uploaded same day, that day being September 7th. Yeah, but yeah, like once I'm done with this current chapter of Bravely Default, it'll be going to weekends, more on weekend uploads in a bit. But once Bravely Default has made the move, I'll be starting up Opuna, which will not be a 100% playthrough. Simply because I know nothing about it, and there is like next to nothing about this game online. I think there is one guide on GameFAQs, but I'm not going to be like consulting it. I want to experience this game like for what it is, because it's just so weird looking and obscure as all hell. So I just want to see how things go. Yeah. Plus, I'm also not trying to like feel obligated to 100% every game I LP. Though, to be fair, like, I don't really consider that an obligation. I actually do find that fun at times. But, like, trying to 100% a game you're playing blind is a bit because then I end up in situations like with Fist of the North Star, where it takes me forever to get the next parts up because of all the editing and stuff that I'm doing. But I don't regret that for Fist of the North Star. I'm greatly enjoying 100%ing that, because the sub-story stuff is honestly a little more fun than the main game, not counting the boss fights. The boss fights are freaking amazing, but yeah, like, that was the reason why Fist of the North Star parts would take so long, because it's not like you can record, or not record, but like do all the sub-story stuff at a given time when they are unlocked, because there's a lot of gating that takes place where it's like, oh, you need to have like a day pass, or this thing can only be done at night, this can only be done during the day. So yeah, and then that meant I would have to like play ahead to like the next chapter in game and record all that, and it was just like a big old mess to edit. So yeah, I'll probably be handling like 100% stuff a lot better, and just not feeling the need to do it for every single game. Still will be doing it, but just not as frequently, even though I think I did kind of like be a little more lax on that this year. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, speaking of Fist of the North Star, that final part should be coming up soonish as well. Once that is done, well, technically it is done. I just need to do the final part. This update is going amazing. But once Fist of the North Star is done, the Somnium Files will be starting up. Yeah. All I know is that it's a murder mystery visual novel thing. I'm looking forward to playing it. It's not similar to Danganronpa, but it is like some of the same people worked on it, I believe. So yeah, I'm excited. Don't really have much else to say here. Weekend uploads. I'm more or less going to start treating weekends how I do weekdays now, like outside of very special things, like for example Cooking with Cap videos that are done like once a month, though there will be 2 this month, in addition to like other like occasional special infrequent upload. I'll probably be moving to 2 uploads a day for weekends as well, because it's not like I've been doing like 3 that my little about section on my channel page says. But yeah, just mostly doing this because it just feels like I've always been feeling a like obligation, for lack of a better term, to just have frequent, constant uploads going. But the last few years I feel it's a bit crowding, especially since the last few years I've started streaming, and there's going to be a change to that coming up that I'll be going over in a bit. But yeah, for the most part, weekends are going to be like well, yeah, just wrapping up ongoing things alongside the Bravely Default. There we go. As of now, I haven't really decided on how I'm going to go about that, as well as how I'm going to balance out, like, things I left unfinished and bonus parts for stuff. Probably just do that on a case-by-case, what I'm in the mood to play basis. Not to mention getting back to doing some of those in streams. Speaking of streams, the stream schedule is going to be changing up. Because with work, we're going back to the office more. And my boss essentially was able to talk the higher ups into allowing our team to only have to come back 2 days out the week. But it's kind of static the days we have to pick. Like, they don't mind having to switch them up if we want, but it's not like fluid. So yeah, there's like an expectation to sort of like you pick your 2 days and then you just stick with that for a while or so. So yeah, for the rest of the year at least, I'm going to be going back into the office on Thursdays and Fridays. And due to how traffic is horrendous where I am, streaming at 6:30 on Fridays is a no-go. Potentially, could I do like later start times on Fridays? Yeah, but I mean, I don't think people really want to like tune in super late on a Friday night to a stream. I mean, I say that, but also I do watch like 2 streamers who are late night streamers, and they do pretty damn well for themselves. I don't know, but I mean, that would also just sort of be like going against the sort of prime time, early evening start time of 6:30 that I intend to keep on Tuesdays, as well as like earlier start times on weekends. I don't know, I haven't really like gone through how I'm going to go about all of that, but it is looking like that more than likely I'll be doing streams now Mondays, Tuesdays, and Saturdays. Yeah, kind of bunched up together, but no big deal. Plus, this means I could bring back Megavania Mondays. Ooh, still got a ton of Castlevania games I wish to play, as well as some Mega Man fan games and ROM hacks and likes that I have downloaded that didn't get a chance to play. Granted, nothing was stopping me from playing them whenever the fuck I wanted, but I don't know, I just kind of like keeping a theme going. We shall see how I handle the various days. Because in addition to potentially bringing back Megavania Mondays, I also want to sort of get back to more interactivity with streams. Namely, letting people pick what I play. I'm going to be doing more polls for that in the Discord and or YouTube proper. I haven't done a YouTube poll in a hot minute. Feels bad, man. Also, going back to the whole clutter thing that I briefly mentioned, I will probably be keeping the stream VODs private on this channel, with them being uploaded to a brand new stream archive channel. Such channel has yet to be created, because I thought I had a third email I could use for it, but it's tied to my second YouTube channel, which already has another email address set up with it. Google ruined a lot with the whole like Google Plus integration that they did for YouTube channels. Because it just so happened I had to, like, I created that second channel that I have linked on my channel, like, during that Google Plus integration. This channel was well before that, which is why it's not totally screwed up by the whole, like, email Google account BS shenanigans. So, yeah, I will be having a VOD channel to sort of, like, make things a little more neater on this channel. And of course, like, that will always be linked in the description for streams and whatnot, and I'll mention it too. Like I said, just want to make things a little more neat. I could stream to another channel entirely, but, you know, that would then be asking people to come to yet another new location to watch, which would be kind of annoying. Likewise, I could go to Twitch only, but there's some things I don't really care like for on Twitch. Like there's some things I don't really care for on YouTube, which is why going to both gives me the best of both worlds. Except for extensions, like those are only usable on Twitch. Yeah. And just keeping VODs on this channel, like I said, just makes things a little too messy. Because for, like, me, the YouTuber on the back end, streams and uploads are kept separate. But on the front end, like for viewers, they all show up in the upload feed, which can get a little spammy. So yeah, I'm just gonna like do that to make things a bit neater. Yeah, and I know that's annoying for people who might want to go back and watch a stream, because, you know, or archived stream, because that means, oh, you got to go to another channel for that. But I don't know, I just feel like an archive is different from having to go somewhere else to watch a live stream. I don't know. It's a bit weird, and but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. If I'll even be able to upload them to a brand new channel entirely. I think you need 10 uploads before you can do videos beyond 20 minutes? Or am I thinking of like an old requirement that's no longer in play? I'll be doing my own research. But yeah, that's about all I got. When as for what I will be streaming, this week we're going to be wrapping up Live Alive on Saturday. And then next Saturday will be a game night, multiplayer, open invite game night. And as for what I stream during the weekdays next week, maybe just a little bit of what I'm playing, maybe Cook Serve Delicious or something, or I don't know. Well, we'll see. Or I could just go ahead and do the poll and go with what the people's vote for. I'll come up with something. But yeah, that's all I got. IRL work is still going fine. I am very happy to have a new position that is nothing like my old position. Though now we're reaching like imposter syndrome levels, where it's just like, is this like, did they make a mistake by hiring me? Like, is this working out? Like, I'm not doing as much work as I used to, taking calls all the time. Does this mean that I'm being lazy? Are they gonna fire me today? Like, I'm just overthinking a lot. But overall, it is way more enjoyable than the old position. But yeah, got nothing much else really going on. Yeah, I got a new chair. It's really good to sit in. Mesh office chairs. Yo, I was missing out on this. Yeah, okay, now I'm really rambling. That's all I got. Thank y'all for watching this here update. Multiplayer game night coming up next week. We got Apuna coming up after Bravely Default moves to weekends. The Somnium Files starting up soon. And Valkyria Chronicles starting up after WWE Day of Reckoning 2. And more voting on stream games and less clutter on the channel, with, at some point in this month, archived streams being moved to a second channel. Yeah. Alright, that's all I got, everybody. See you later. Thanks for watching.
I'm running things.